That happens often.
Like when you go up Winchell Mountain.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you can't see a thing, it's covered in snow. You're like, what is happening here?
Happens
Uh-oh.
often.
Like when you go up Winchell Mountain.
Okay.
Like you can't see a thing, it's covered in snow. You're like, what is happening here? That's me.
It's you.
The worst
Creepy.
voice ever.
It's
Okay.
Okay.
I hate my voice. Your voice sounds just like you.
Just like looking at myself singing from people. Same thing.
Alright, hold on.
Ew.
It's circling around. I hate your voice. Your voice sounds just. Sorry, guys. I know, it's bad.
The beginning of this meeting is always an adventure.
I'm sorry.
It's like when I ran things and we didn't have to have all these computers.
I know, it's sad.
The beginning of this meeting is
Annie.
always an adventure.
Alright, which one do I need to cut off?
Editing all of them.
No, I don't hear anything.
Alright, let me get zoom back.
Sorry, it's only
We're supposed to be getting a new screen
It's
at
only
some
7:03,
point.
that's still pretty good for us.
You just have to open the
More.
window. Yeah. And
Alright.
resize it a little bit. You're supposed to be getting a new screen.
Oh, it's happening again.
Okay. Can you hear us, Ted?
You can.
Okay. Okay, let's call this to order. It's 7:03 and a half. 4. Matt, since you're public, you're entitled to make a comment if you'd like to, but you don't have to. We do have a visitor this evening. Matt Kelly is here.
Welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Patrick.
Okay, we need to approve the minutes of November 19. Of course, I have to find them.
You can resend them.
Yes, he did. Thank you. Did you find the missing column?
That's what I'm looking for now.
Oh, okay.
I should have written it down.
In the new.
It's a
Turn in it for a page break or number reports. For the rest of the report.
might
Just having-
try to keep it under 3 pages because
That
it was a
might-
long meeting.
Yeah, we did.
Those are called widows and orphans.
Okay, I like widows and orphans, not in my formatted document.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the meetings for November 19th.
Yes.
As submitted so beautifully by
Would someone
Patrick and
second
Ethan.
that?
I guess Ethan, because Patrick wasn't here.
I was
It
not
was
here.
Ethan, yeah.
Thank you. Someone like to second?
I would second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you for doing that. Back to, I gotta find my agenda. Yeah, the next thing is probably financial reports,
Payment of the bills.
payment of the bills, let's do the bills. Of course, I can't find the package, so. Here, you want this one?
I'm gonna make a
yes.
motion to approve half.
Are there any questions?
Are there any?
Moving it right along. I don't think there are any questions that I have.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
And it's, we're at F, right? 2, 4, 12, 17 F.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wait 1 second. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, now we're up to financial reports. Did everyone get a chance to look, have questions? It all looks really good. We're getting close to our number, our donations number for the year. Which I think is good. Are there any comments? Ted, is there anything you need to?
No, just that, we did get $277 from the cemetery tours.
Okay,
Um,
great.
How did we split them again?
We have, received the Berkshire Taconic Seed Grant for $3,000,
That's great.
Oh, that's great.
so. And an anonymous $450.
That was to cover the. Was that to cover the, wasn't there something we were covering?
The
for
sign, the
$900?
painting,
The painting,
the
right,
painting.
right.
and we've gotten some more in this week from donors, but that's not in this report.
Great.
Okay.
Be next.
And do you mind if I just talk for a second
Please.
or think out loud? So it looks like we are at, in terms of annual income, we are at 100, we are already at 100% of what was projected, of what our budget was, correct?
It looks like it.
Yep, okay, that's good. And in terms of expenses, we are we're at 90%. That's better. Yeah, I don't have any questions. I just like to monitor that usage.
Okay, good.
Motion to approve the financial reports.
Someone second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Before you move on,
Uh-huh.
I still need from almost all of you, except for
Yeah.
Ethan and Claire. the
No, I sent it.
information For the 990.
I sent it to you.
I said everybody except.
Oh,
Ethan
everyone
and
except
Claire.
me. Okay, good.
I'll do it today, Ted.
I'm doing it right now, Ted.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that it was inserted in the minutes that we needed that. And so I was just like, I'll just do it right this second. Okay. You know, as always, I'm not sure I have anything earth shattering to report. You know, we're humming along. It was good to get that letter ready so that people could send that out. I realize I don't really know all that many people to send it to.
I can send it to the list that we were discussing. I can send it to that group of
Okay.
people.
Okay, I have one name that I'm sending it to that might have shown up on
I'll
your
share the
list.
list with everyone before I
Yeah.
send it, and they can just tell me, you can cross off who's already been, we
Okay.
can start tracking
Yep.
it in there.
Okay.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay, so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hang on, taking minutes.
I think I'll probably only be able to have the town of Pine Plains done for that, which includes people who live
Right,
like on Hicks Hill
right.
and Miller and Skunks, Missouri, but that's as far out as it
Yeah.
kind of goes, my list.
Will you hit the Jarekis? I'll hit the Jarekis. Do you know them?
I have the address.
Sent.
You sent
Sent?
it to Darien, you sent it?
Yep.
Okay,
Never
Cool.
mind.
Great.
Okay,
Yeah, we definitely don't want to be hitting people twice.
yeah,
with the same letter.
yeah, with a different name.
Just create a laminated 2x4.
I can get one of those signs that you spin like this, go around by their driveway.
Yeah. Okay, This is where
things go south.
they've run awry this way. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, I think everything else will come up as we go, but, let's, kick it off. Like, I'll move along and let Jean speak. Listening to my blathering.
Okay, the Friends are working on possible programs for the Lunch and Learn series that we did in the spring, that we do in the spring. We decided to bring up all the Christmas decor from the basement and see what Deanne was interested in using, and she chose a couple things, and then we took the rest of it and donated it to the brown bag. So doing a little bit of a part of cleaning up the basement.
Mhm.
Our next meeting is January. Oh, I didn't write the date. Well, the first Tuesday of the month, January 9th, 8th,
The
8th,
first Tuesday is
The
Seventh.
7th.
the 7th. And that meeting will also be our annual meeting, so I'll post that. Just in the library and also on our Facebook page.
Okay, great.
And I'm waiting to get invoices for the books.
They have not,
So that's,
yeah,
yeah.
they're forthcoming. But thank you.
What does that mean? Invoices for the books?
The National Honor Society.
The
I'm in
National
high
Book-
school right now. Olivia, good for
Yes,
her.
yeah.
The National Book Award winners, we always purchase for the library.
Got it. Thank you.
And that's all. Moving along.
Okay. Okay, Deanne.
Okay, so we got the cards sent out, the fundraising cards. I didn't put that in the report, but because we hadn't done it by then. And then the letters, and if you need letters, let me know. I've envelopes and
Yeah.
stationery. No policy reviews. I gotta accumulate everything and organize what we've done so far. I want to get that done before the next meeting. I applied for the ALA grant award or grant that was for 2 levels, 20,000, and then step down to 10,000 if one doesn't get. Not hopeful, but it was an interesting exercise. It was for providing library services to disabled citizens in the town, and it was a rural grant, so we'll see. Let's see, we went to for staff development, Annie and I have been doing some classes with the New York State Library, and it was a Digital Equity Academy. I'm not sure where that it was slow to get going. Well, hopefully it'll get better, but it's a 7-month course, so it'll be once a month. And that's for helping bridge the digital divide in your community. Let's see, for our programs, things are humming right along. The Silent Book Club was the only one that didn't have any people come to yet, but we're working on that.
It's busy time.
Yeah, but it's for introverts and it's gonna take a lot of coaxing. Annie's still doing the English lessons. She may have some help, which would be really, really good. And so she may have a volunteer to come
I
and
might
help.
be able to help as well.
Okay,
So, and I talked to someone else who was interested in helping. I don't remember who it was, but
Well, talk to Annie because she's got some lesson plans and things like that too.
Perfect, okay.
Some training that may be needed to do.
okay.
Dungeons and Dragons, everything's going great. We've had people coming for board nights, for board game nights. Story times are hit and miss. December's a weird month.
Yeah.
After school kids club attendance is steady. Still the biggest night is Tuesday, or biggest day is Tuesday. Some days we haven't had any in this month. It's just, who knows?
Do you know why Tuesday is the big night?
I don't know, and we're still trying to,
That's not art night.
it is art night, it is art night. It has something to do with people's classes that they're going to dance on Tuesday. Some are going to other after school activities, but Tuesday seems to be the families come in and do that. It's a lot of fun, so.
Fibronauts.
Yeah, LitCon training, I don't know what that is. Fiber Knots is going well. We've got regular attendance. We'll keep it going weekly.
I
It's
heard,
really good.
I spoke to someone who attends and she said that, she really enjoys it.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm
She
glad
tried
you-
to get me to come on Thursday.
All I
Last
did,
Thursday, I wasn't here, but she tried to get me to come.
even if I don't have a project, I just clean out and organize my yarn or find a pattern, just whatever. It's just fun watching everybody do it. It's fun. Scavenger hunts, Jordan's done a great job. We have just, I mean, we have 10 going at one time. They're so
Wow.
popular. And I had to refill our lollipop supply because kids will just kind of have a lollipop after they do a scavenger hunt. So it's been really fun.
Yeah, every time I come in, I get a lollipop.
Oh. And then, let's see, yeah, you'll need, let me circle back to the language. Talk to Annie, there's some training that may be necessary to.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Okay. Let's see, we had the Managing Holiday Stress, I had one attendee, but it was a good class, and I'm gonna have her back in the fall, or in the
Great.
spring rather, to do a series of seminars. And, let's see, what else? We posted the youth programmer, haven't got any bites yet.
Mm,
And I've ordered the National Book Award winners from Oblong, and as soon as I get them, they'll ship them and bill it to us. Board of Trustees 2-hour training reminder by the end of the year if possible. So, and I've just listed about what the ALA membership we talked about last time, about what you got with that. And that's what we get right there. So it would be $190 to join them. I'm not sure how much, benefit it would be other than strength in numbers sort of thing,
right,
but our analytics, I am going to, once I get this month's analytics in, I'm gonna do a year-end graph, because
Right.
a lot of our stuff is just incremental, but I didn't think a graph, if I can show from year over year what it would be.
Right.
that
right,
I
it'd
think
be
would
great
good.
to see, I was actually just thinking that when you
Yeah.
were talking about how December's a
Yeah,
weird month, it would be great to have seen the previous years.
I will, if you'd like,
It's not, I don't think it's necessary month over month, but a year
definitely,
end
yeah,
would be great.
I'm keeping track of that, and
Yeah.
so we'll put that on there. Let's see, anything else on our programs?
I want to circle back to the ALA membership. I'm just wondering whether it's worth trying it for a year, or is it too much to do that?
$200?
It's
I don't know.
$200.
I'll just do it.
I think let's try it for a year and see how it goes. I think it just opens another, like Mid Hudson has a lot of resources for us, but I think ALA would open up another resource well. So
Okay,
I have a question about the program list that you have here. Does the parentheses mean there were 4 in that month?
yes, that's
Okay.
what Claire wanted that. yeah.
Okay, that, I wanted to be clear. So it looks like the Tai Chi is incredibly popular.
Yes, so he does partially that on Zoom, and I'm not sure if there's, you attend, so,
I do.
yeah, so that's not in person, I mean, or is that in person?
There is almost nobody doing it on Zoom, all the attendance is in person.
Okay,
He
okay,
tends to get a couple people doing the yoga.
okay.
Mhm.
So he has back-to-back classes, so, but do you stay for both?
I do.
Okay. But yeah, you're right, it's very popular.
That's awesome.
Where is the youth programmer position being posted?
It is on, excuse me, on our website, and we need to put it out on, I was gonna get
think
feelers
you-
on that first, then put it into the Facebook. There's a group there that you can put it, and then Mid Hudson.
but Mid Hudson, yeah, and then there's also, I think, New York Library Association may have a list as well.
Yeah, there's one person that did apply for a job, for a clerk position. I don't know where she got the job posting, but I'm kind of kind of see if I can't get her to apply for it. Well, I sent
Mhm.
her the job, but I need to talk to her.
Yeah, the
Well,
problem
she's-
with, I mean, the problem with Nyla's, board is it's, statewide,
Yeah.
but sometimes people catch them, one of those lists will get it on to Indeed and then,
Are there any outlets for Litchfield or Berkshire County,
For,
given our,
For jobs.
for the job postings?
for the library?
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
library
because some of the
association?
travel from there is his point.
I think it would be the Mid-Hudson list would, I don't know about that.
It's
I
New
really
York.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's a good idea.
And just because we're in such close proximity to,
Yeah, to Great Barrington,
I mean, look at Molly. Where did Molly used to work before
Yeah.
here?
Salisbury, right?
So,
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
okay, I'll see about that. Okay.
I think also just to add one more thing to Ethan's, I think good idea is that, those might also be libraries that we want to develop relationships with as well, because they are literally in our backyard,
Mhm.
So. I mean, I think Connecticut runs their library system a little bit different than New York, like it's I think they're private libraries, but still, what's just. Even going over there for a coffee and what's working, what's not
Mhm.
working, I think all of that might be just interesting because they are really. In our backyard, like I said.
I think they might get Mid-Hudson listing too, for
Right.
jobs and stuff, but you're right. I'll look at that. It's a good idea. Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, I had a question. I had mentioned this previously, but I don't think I actually mentioned it to you. So on KZE, they have a public service announcement where they talk about activities that are open to the public. They often mention, I think, the Tivoli Children's Library. So the Tivoli Library has a children's hour that I hear mentioned on there often. So you can just submit it through their website on KZE and you could choose whatever activity you wanted them to mention. So whether that's, the children's story or the Tai Chi or whatever it is, the Fibernauts, it's a very popular local radio station, obviously. So, and I always listen to what the activities they have on
Have
there.
you, that's a great idea. Have you looked at the website to figure it out, or is it?
I have not, but they tell you in the PSA, it says to submit your local event, please go to our website and submit event.
Cool. It's probably intuitive, but, yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
bet you I can figure it out by the end of this meeting.
WQQQ and Sharon has the same thing. Their only stipulation is, it be for, they don't charge anybody as long as the event is, free. And we're not charging.
Yeah.
So that's the PBS subsidiary NPR subsidiary out of, Sharon.
Okay. Annie said that she had contacted the radio station months ago, but hadn't heard back. So we'll just
Okay.
we'll make another
Okay.
effort and try
Yeah,
again.
that's one of the things that I was wondering, and maybe we'll all take a look at it, but do you do it every day? Do you do it every week?
I don't
guess
know,
you
but
just
I'm
decide.
looking now on their community bulletin board. And they have listed a gentle yoga at NECC. They have meditation at Scoville Memorial Library. They have little one story times at Tivoli. They have mahjong at Clinton Community. So like they're definitely, most of these things are like Gardner Library has a manga teen club. So looks like they have lots of things. So maybe there's a way to get through them. And I have an
they
email from one of the
stretch
DJs as
fairly
well.
far away.
So, if it doesn't work, I can give you the email because he talked about a documentary that we produced and I got him an interview.
I'm gonna start putting out more press releases for things instead of just putting it on a website. I'm just gonna start putting, I mean, it was like an epiphany. It's like, why haven't I been doing this? But putting out press releases for some of the stuff that we're doing. Just so that if articles, because the paper in the Millerton Time covers us, we're on their beat, so I'll help them out.
I'm happy to review and improve. That's like I do it all the time.
Okay,
Every day, there's one coming across my desk.
Facilities. Are we ready?
Did
to
you wanna
move
I'll
vote
make
for
a
that?
motion to approve the director's
Okay.
report.
Thank you, Ethan.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so I appreciate the town has fixed the lights promptly. That was outside because they came and fixed the inside lights, and no sooner had they fixed it than one went out there, but they fixed it within 2 days of me asking for it. I appreciate that. They've done a really good job plowing the parking lot, and they've salted the sidewalks. I appreciate
Mhm.
that. We thank the friends for the garland out front, the garlands, that looks really
No.
pretty.
Not the Friends,
That wasn't
the Garden
the
Club.
garden club. Oh, okay. I
I
got
was
mixed
gonna
up.
mention that.
All right.
Well,
And-
Vicky's in both, so
yeah, I guess she was the one who did
she
it.
dropped them off.
And thanks for the decorations. The new computers were installed. I did go and buy these lights from the brown bag sale. It's
Mhm.
just, that's our contribution and
Okay.
the nutcrackers.
Nice.
We're gonna have a menorah for Hanukkah.
This is it. This is all I'm doing. So if
Well, I
you
don't
want, if
think
you
that we
want,
should do this and not do a menorah.
we can, whatever.
I
if
think we should do both. I don't think we should,
We just have to find one.
yeah.
Just, I don't have
The
one.
first night is
25th.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's the 25th.
Yeah.
That was the day.
We're closed that week. So how do we do this?
We can put it.
Well,
put it
we
back.
should have it up,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
and it, until we could play it.
When I drove by the other day at 3 o'clock in the morning on my way to work, I looked in and I said, "Oh, the library looks beautiful."
Oh, good.
Just that little
Oh.
touch. That was very nice.
Yeah.
To me, it was non-religious. That's what I was going for. No Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Seasonal.
Yeah, it was just seasonal.
I,
But that's fine if you want one.
I think we should have a menorah.
And a dreidel.
Oh my God.
No dreidels.
A dreidel.
They just sit around.
They're decor.
Um. Did we check back into the VoIP
Yes.
phone service?
So the Optimum can put us onto the same account that the town is on, because the town owns or is providing the web,
Mhm.
the internet here.
Yeah.
So we would have to be part of their account, which we could do because we're getting our
Can we keep our number?
as far as they did not say we couldn't, so I did not specifically ask
Okay.
that when I was talking to I was assuming we could,
Okay.
but that was the first time it had come up that we could not when I checked
Mhm.
Vonage. But we would have to send the town a separate, like an invoice, or we would send them money for it every month. It'd be like $35 for that. So with the, it's $20. So it'd be $50 a month inclusive thereabouts to get the static IP and the VoIP.
And what's the savings?
It's 68 now just for the telephone, which
Okay,
is,
so that's a significant savings.
yes.
Yeah. let's do it. We have to vote on
Yeah, I
that.
think that's fine, and then we desperately need the fixed IP, so.
Yeah,
So,
we'll
yeah,
keep that, we'll keep
yeah.
that. So, okay, so I will check with Optimum about getting that, what the switchover would be.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So all new computers have been installed. We've got a problem with one. We think it's software related, so Rich is having to track it down. So, because it's freezing and we don't know why. We purchased the whiteboard. It has come in. I have not set it up yet. As soon as I can get some help, I will move that table downstairs because there's no place in here that I can move it. Is that all right? Do y'all want the extra
It's
stairs?
not my basement.
Okay. But I'm gonna move it somewhere downstairs.
Jake will be here on Friday. He can come.
Okay, and my husband's gonna help me maybe too, if he can get it. And then we're gonna install some acrylic magazine holders and newspaper holders, which and I will get that carousel out of there. And it'll be displayed more, and because we need space for fiber knots. We're crowded out in
Mhm.
there, and
Mhm.
I came in the other day. I was surprised at how many people you had packed in there.
Yeah.
It's good.
yeah. The Thursday night, y'all should come by if you want to see the library hopping, come down Thursday night. Let's see, I did purchase another air filter for the children's
Mhm.
library, and it's sitting in there just, it's a good deal on it for $75. So it'll do the whole area plus a little bit more. So we now have two. And then that's about it on that. Yeah.
Great.
Have you looked into shelves or anything yet? For
No.
the
The
in there?
children. It's gonna, that will require a rip out and custom shelves because it's a curved wall.
I want to talk to, I mean, no one's had time, but I want to bring Paul back in. Yeah, we
Oh,
have money
yeah.
to spend with
Mhm.
him, so we should use it for what we need him for and figure out what.
Mhm.
Maybe we even have him come down one day and we just walk around with him and talk
Mhm.
about what he thinks the possibilities are. So
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
one day when he's already coming down this way, you know,
And we did the sign, you've ordered this, approved the sign for
I
today.
approved the sign, only like 4 years in the making.
Nothing like.
It didn't take as long as the bylaws did, so.
Oh my God. So the sign has been, I signed up on the sign. We're just waiting for him to Tyson to, is that his name, Tyson? Thanks.
I think
Tyson?
so.
Yeah, I think so. To email us back about the credit card information.
Okay.
So, but it should be done in about 3 weeks and then we will wait till March when we can
Sorry about
install
that.
it.
I emailed him and said if he needs our tax deduction.
Yeah, I
don't know
saw
if
that.
he
Thank
does
you.
that.
Yeah.
Has Inez reached out about?
Other than that email, she's not coming back until spring because her cabin is closed for the winter and she'll come back and she's got us on her list.
Awesome.
That's
And that's, any other questions on facilities?
Nope.
Actually, I have a question for Carrie.
Hi, Ted.
Carrie, how are we paying for the sign?
Which account is it coming out of?
I don't know, you tell me. It's $1,800.
Okay, so
We were gonna give him a credit card.
Right.
I know that wasn't the question. I know that
Eventually-
wasn't the question you were asking.
all I need to know is where I write the check from.
Yes, I know. I haven't even thought about it.
Well, you have time. as long as you have-
Conversation about stand by. About Mrs. Perkins' grant, but we also have. We could use the lodge account, correct, Ted? That would count as building, yeah.
And
I like the lodge account.
Yeah,
Because that it's the town, I mean, I feel like it's like kind of.
yeah. Yes, I agree.
Honors the memory of that money a little bit more. I agree, yeah.
Yep.
okay,
Okay.
are you approving that?
Yeah, we can go ahead and reapprove it. Yeah.
Bring up the price, hold on, let me just get his estimate in front of me.
Have a price,
The price is on the one I signed.
but there's no delivery. That's right.
We're
that's
not,
right.
Jay's picking it up for us.
Okay.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the price. Oh, I was wrong. I make a motion to approve $1,085 for the new Pine Plains Free Library and Community Center sign to be produced.
From the lodge account?
Second.
From
the
the
lodge
lodge
account.
account.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
But you are gonna need to subtract the $450. The donation that was made,
I thought that was for Inez painting
Yeah.
the,
that was
The
for the sign.
No, it's these
Oh,
signs. It's
the-
it's
the-
this sign.
The signs for the
The
director
library.
signs, the Pine Plain
You're
directors.
saying that the oh, I see, so the $450 was for the banner that goes around
Yeah.
the library. And okay, now it
Correct.
makes sense. Okay.
correct. Okay, I need to figure out a better way to do this. So we're back to fundraising, so we're gonna work on those letters,
We're gonna work on
that's
those
great.
letters.
Let's share letters or lists?
I'll share the
and,
list.
My list is very minimal, but I will share it.
I'll,
This is
I'll share the
probably on
list.
your list.
I'll share the list and then we can
Go from there.
add
I'm happy
information
to
in there.
help too. Um,
I haven't even really thought of mine yet, but it won't take me that long.
Well, no, I the list, I have the list.
You have the list.
I have a list. You
Ah,
can, you
Just
can,
Take a name
you
that I
can
like.
take a name that you like,
Nice.
yeah. Everyone should be on there and you can add anyone that you want.
Cool.
I have a couple of people on the list that don't meet the threshold, but I think might still give, so I
Mhm.
added them.
As we receive donation money, Ted, given it's the end of the year, say somebody is donating as part of this 2024 letter, does that go into the 25 line items and into our finances for next year? Or do you still count that for now?
It really doesn't make much difference what year it comes in. It all
Okay.
winds up in account 58.
right,
And from there, it gets transferred out as it's needed.
right,
Okay.
and we won't have there will be a December report
Mhm.
if in January, so, we'll get some of it, but you never know, that was the last 2 weeks sometimes.
I was just thinking, based off of what Patrick said earlier, we're already in a good financial position this year.
Mhm.
We've made such a ambitious goal for
Next year.
25
Be easier.
for
Right.
fundraising. Yeah, we're already sending it later
Yeah.
than we were planning, so
Right.
um
So
it'll
hopefully
contribute.
will-
Yeah, anything.
And yes, people do like to make end of year
Mhm.
contributions, but people who wish to make the contribution, making it in January, yes, it kicks the tax, break till the following year, but it's still, a worthy donation,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so it's, yes, and so we're not doing policy review.
before we move out of fundraising.
Before we move out of fundraising.
So I was talking to a couple of people about doing a raffle through January for some of the local restaurants, or potentially like a dinner. If we could sell raffle tickets, but that would need a commitment from everybody on the board to take a stack of them and spread them amongst all of our peers and friends. But going and speaking to Stissing House and Michelle and Patricia at Champet
Mhm.
Storybook, and donating part or whole of a few gift cards, running it through January, and we already have raffle tickets.
Mhm.
Thoughts?
I mean, if we're doing a special raffle, sometimes people print them up, but, that lists the different restaurants, but
I could do specialty raffle tickets. I don't know how long it would take to order
yeah,
them.
that's
An even simpler thing to do would be a raffle just for cash. You could do cash prizes.
mhm.
That would be even less work.
Is there, is there I think it's always good to tie these things to a day or an event. Do we have something coming up where we could say, it's not like we have community would be a good day to do it, but there's also a library raffle of, restaurant gift certificates. Is there anything coming up in January or February, or did you have an idea of how and when this would be launched or executed or closed?
A week before Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so even people who aren't in town, like most of my work peers and whatnot, hey, you
Yeah.
give us $10 or whatever, and maybe you get a chance to go and
I like this because I don't know that there's anything in town charity wise for Valentine's Day. So maybe that could be a library program where we, not program, but a fundraising effort where we, do everything that you just said. Is
Yeah.
raffle off tickets to local restaurants. I like it.
So it wouldn't conflict with the summer reading
Summer reading?
when we do the raffle for
No.
the friends.
No,
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 it's just-
but we
it's
do
just-
send out our membership drive in February, but I wouldn't think a raffle would interfere with it.
I figured January is good because everybody is done with their fundraising
Uh-huh.
now. They're
Yeah.
done in December. And everybody's
I-
burnt out for
Maybe we can,
January.
maybe we can find out if we can get something quickly mocked up and printed. Have you reached out to restaurants?
Not yet, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. It was just like, I mean,
But I could do all that tomorrow, quite
right,
frankly.
okay. Yeah, if you can mock one up and see how, how quickly they could print them
Print.
out. Yeah. Cause it like having it visual, like
I
what
agree.
they're getting instead of one of those little stubby tickets,
Yep.
you know.
Okay, so I'll mock up, I'll do a mock-up of raffle
Yeah.
ticket.
Figure out how much it'll, I don't even know how much that stuff costs.
It's a good question. I did them years ago and it was like $70 for 1,500. And those were the big color
Uh-huh.
printed. Heavy
Yeah.
gloss.
You probably
Uh,
don't even need that.
no.
Yeah,
So I can't imagine it would be more
Yeah.
than that. My initial thought was $1 for a raffle ticket and then a dozen tickets for $10
right.
and keep
Or
it
6
easy.
for 5, yeah.
All right, I'll work on that tomorrow.
Okay. And then circle back and we'll figure out whether we need more approval or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay,
Sorry, just for minute purposes, no policy review, you're moving on to what, old business?
old business. Do we have any old business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about talking to Paul Mays, so that's
Mhm.
that. The October minutes they are missing a section on policy review. I don't know when I noticed that, but I wrote it down. So that has to be added in post. We all missed it when we approved them.
Okay,
Okay,
And then the computer and internet policy that you sent either last month or the month before and then pulled it for some reason. I don't remember why. It has to get resent.
I don't remember.
there was a real reason to pull it.
Yeah,
when you say pull it, you're meaning we decided not to review it and approve it?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Oh,
We chose not to, it was.
Because there was a change that I needed to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mid Hudson sent out something.
Yes.
Does that sound familiar?
At that point,
Yeah.
yeah, we need to, yeah,
That we needed to add something.
yeah, we
or
needed to read.
Adjust it. So we'll make that a January one, maybe.
I want to keep CD accounts on everybody's mind, but I'll hold it until Allison's here because I think it was her baby really to deal with.
Yeah,
Did we ever make a final decision on hosting, or did anybody think further about hosting or sharing a link to Pine Plains Views on the library site?
We talked about that. Kiri's right that linking to an outside site is not safe. I'm talking to Stan about this and trying to help him understand, but I did run into this where I was on Ravelry for fiber knots and going through there looking for a pattern the other night, and somebody said, oh, go to my website, and boom, it did not go to what it was supposed to go. So she's right. And but I still need to help him understand why, but because his stuff is up on YouTube, but he doesn't like to do that because they monetize it, and so he
Okay.
just wants it to be free and available. So
Well, they don't, you choose to monetize stuff on YouTube. You can opt out of monetization.
I need
But
to,
they'll still share ads on your videos, right? Even if you're not monetizing them yourself.
You should be able to not have ads on your videos.
Okay.
okay.
I mean, we have videos on YouTube and we don't have ads on them. We're not allowed to have ads. We're a premium subscription
Yeah.
network. We can't have ads. So,
Right.
It's upstairs.
roller derby.
They've been throwing furniture all night long. But I'm working, he and I are working on that, so I'm
Okay.
still
Okay.
in contact with him about that.
Do we have any new business?
I forgot to add something.
Okay,
We every year receive a letter from Mid Hudson asking friends groups, and us in particular, to donate money to for whatever's
uh,
day, advocacy day. And we always do, but we will be doing it in January. We'll be voting on it at our next meeting. but
okay. That's good. That's nice. For
Yeah,
you to do that.
we've done that for years and years, so.
What's the bus for?
They take, there are buses that go up to Albany for Library Advocacy Day
Got it.
to, lobby.
Mid Hudson does a great job of organizing their part of that day. To setting up the appointments and the slots and,
Yeah, actually, we went one year, a couple of us.
yeah.
It was fun. It was interesting.
I
Yeah.
haven't had the chance to go, but. Good thing.
We didn't go on the bus though. We drove up.
You missed on the phone.
You were asking new business.
New business.
I don't have any.
Ethan, you often come up with something.
I noticed when I was looking right now on the website that the YouTube link isn't getting posted with the minutes. And I don't know if that's a complexity that,
No, I've fallen down behind, I've fallen down on that. I really did.
that was it.
That's it.
Okay.
I've fallen,
Okay.
I'm behind.
Do we need to do an executive session?
No.
I'd say we can adjourn.
Oh my God, it's 10:40.
This is crazy.
Should come in person more often. We're more efficient.
Is there anything else you need to say, Ted?
Well, two
Something?
things. Did you approve the officers for next year?
Oh, that's right.
No, we totally forgot about that. I had agreed to be president again and Kiri was gonna be vice president and you were willing to run. So should we just vote on
That
that?
is financial officer.
And Ted is the financial officer.
Can I make a motion for that? No,
Or yeah, I think we're gonna have
I'm
to.
gonna have to. No, Ethan can make the motion because you're not one of the, I mean, it's better for you to make it because you're not one of the persons who's
On the roster.
on the
Can it
roster.
be one motion?
Yes,
I'll make a motion for Claire to continue serving as president, Kiri as vice president, Patrick as secretary, Ted as financial officer for 2025.
Can we
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The second thing was I still can't get the budget figures for the payroll section.
Okay, I can get you some of them. Ethan has them. I don't have the breakdown between the two clerk jobs. Do we need it separated into two different lines?
Or you're gonna have, if the salary is different, then you have to let us know what the difference is.
I can do that.
Okay,
Isn't
But
it-
do you have the figures, Dee?
No, I don't, but if they can give me what the figure is, the whole for that, for those two positions, then I can break them out because I know we budgeted 30, let's see, oh wait, 10 hours a week for the page. And so so that's 40 hours a month from that.
Yeah.
And I know it, and
I have the
gonna
gross
be minimum
hourly
wage.
numbers and the gross salaries, and I know what your salary is, so we can back it out. And I know, what, the independent contractor is that just Nelson?
I guess so.
That line is just Nelson? Okay, yeah, I'll get those to you. Couldn't find them in my notes. That I have stacks of papers and I couldn't sort them out. I was hoping Allison would answer that, but she didn't. But we'll get this to you.
The other thing is, to Dee's salary, you added some health coverage.
Yeah, we're just gonna add it to the salary.
That means then that it's gonna be split into 24 pay periods.
Right, I think we're just changing her gross salary and not
Right,
having
but I'm
it come
saying
out of the insurance.
Right, but then she doesn't get, if you do that, and she needs to access some of that $5,000, she can't do it until it actually is paid out.
Hmm.
In other words, if she has a bad accident and she needs money in January, well, she's only gonna get 1/24 of the
Could you just give it
$5,000.
to her as a one-time, as a
Can we
one-time
do,
stipend.
give her a one-time stipend? For
Well,
her health?
don't do it one time for the whole year, because if she resigns in January, you've paid it out.
Well, I think we take that risk.
I think we have, yeah.
We have a contract.
I think we have to.
Contract. We don't have a contract yet.
You
I
may
mean-
have a contract, but you walk out, there's not too much we can do.
Right, I mean, if we were putting it into an FSA, it would be the same.
Right, but when we
Same.
did the HSA, it was split quarterly.
Okay. But the HSA doesn't work for you, right, so it
Can't.
can't, so do it
So we can
You
split it. We could do it
quarterly?
Or we could do it twice, once in January and once in June.
June.
I mean, if you were worried about,
I'd
her
be
being
okay
a
with
flight
that.
risk.
I wish you would consider quarterly.
Quarterly, he
Oh.
would,
Well, I mean, I think we should get your opinion on whether you think quarterly works for you.
Quarterly's fine if it's, but will it be backed? But would it be the last? Cause I've been here 9 months, so would it be back or just forward quarterly?
Forward.
I don't,
How can I go back?
well, I mean,
I
that's what I'm
think,
saying,
yeah.
is there a makeup for what has already passed?
Retroactive.
Yeah, is it like a retroactive? Because,
was it in
Should we
the,
register that?
huh?
Should we be? in
In an
executive?
executive
Yeah,
session?
we
Yes,
should
we
probably.
probably
do executive
should, yeah.
session.
okay,
I make a motion that we move into executive session.
yes,
Bye.
I think we're gonna have to do that by, Matt, we're gonna have to ask you to leave if we go into executive session,
Understand.
okay.
And we can keep Dan.
But I actually,
executive
I think we
session,
should. I just wanted to say to everybody that Matt is considering possibly joining the board or applying for the board. So I urged him to come to a meeting to see our other chaos.
Had you only given us a heads up, I would have behaved better.
I think, I don't know.
We were pretty good this meeting, I think.
We had a great meeting. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for
inviting me to
coming.
come.
Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your
And
support.
yeah, let
Dana.
us know if you
Have any
have
questions?
any questions.
Oh,
or
okay.
need
Thank
more
you.
pushing.
I could always click on the Zoom link and watch with Ted
Yeah,
Yeah.
another
that's
meeting,
right.
Yep.
or come to another one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
you're
please.
welcome,
You're
yeah.
welcome to.
Okay, so did we vote to go? Did y'all vote?
Yeah.
Second.
Second, yes.
All in
approved.
favor?
Aye.
Yes,
Okay.
we're going into
Thank you,
executive.
Ted.
Bye, Ted.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Ted. Okay.
Right.